What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have a little bit of an update for you on the Chimera. It's a new Chimera. Austin has already begun the process of developing and producing the first chromoly steel version of the Chimera. So it'll be a little bit heavier. It'll be all the same speed and aggression and torque, but you know, a little bit lighter on the price tag. So the way that I know about this is that I've been following his page, obviously, as you know, and I found this video that I'm going to play for you right now, and I got really excited about it. Hold on a second, let me just get this sound out so you can hear it better. All right, here we go.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. So if hypothetically, completely hypothetically.
Mm-hmm. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
It would be very interesting.
That's a really interesting hypothesis.
All right. I like that they threw in the little Joe Rogan podcast thing in there. So that's pretty cool. All right, so you can obviously see that it's black color. They're calling it the Chimera Shadow. And if you want to know a little bit more about it, let's see, I've got this spec sheet that I can pull up. So let's pull that up and we'll take a look at it. So it is, as you can see, you're going to have a choice between two batteries. You can get a 36 volt or a 52 volt. The 36 volt is 15 amp hours and it's limited to 3,000 watts and 26 miles an hour. And the other battery is what I have, the competitor battery, 52 volt, 8.4 amp hours, up to 3,800 watts and 35 plus miles an hour. So you can choose either of those without paying extra for it. Controller is going to be the same, ASI BAC855. The charger is a 2 amp, or you can upgrade to the variable 5 amp quick charger, which you could have done also on the titanium Chimera. That, I would say, is worth your time, because it really can charge the bike full within like 20 minutes. It's crazy. Just don't do it too often because you might burn out the battery. The motor is a 5,000 watt in-runner. The frame, fork, and handlebars, 4130 chromoly steel. You can upgrade the fork and handlebars to titanium if you want. Obviously that'll cost you a little bit. The stem is a Chimera top load, the same one that I have on my Chimera. Same thing with the front hub, and same thing with the rear hub. As well, you have the same front rim and spokes, 600 gram, 32 millimeter wide, 14 gram straight spokes. You can upgrade that to the 410, 31 millimeter wide, 14 gram butted spokes. That is what I have on my Chimera in the front. The rear rims are the same, 600 gram, 32 millimeter, 14 gram straight spokes. The tires are going to be the same Kenda K-Rad folding, 24 by 2.3. The tubes are rubber. You can upgrade to Tubolito, but that's going to be a little bit more expensive. The brakes are Magura CT. Your rotors are generic 180, 160 front and back. The pedals are nylon. Let's see, the cranks are steel. So that's the difference between the upgrade on the Chimera titanium that I have is the titanium spline drive that they developed on their own. The steel will come standard. You can upgrade to titanium, but that'll cost you. The chain wheel is 34T bolt-on, or you can upgrade to 34T spline drive. The chains this time are KMC S1s. The PYC 121 half link is what was on the titanium version. The clutch bearings are standard. You can upgrade to Enduro. Bolt packages steel. You can upgrade to titanium. That's going to cost you. So the weight without the battery on the new Chimera Shadow is going to be 36.2 pounds. And then with the battery total is going to be around 45 pounds. Now with all the upgrades, you can get it as low as 41.3 pounds, but again, that's going to cost you a significant amount of money. The MSRP for the non-upgraded Shadow Chimera is $28.90. That's not bad at all. And with the upgrades, with all the upgrades to titanium and all the upgrades in terms of tubes, brakes, rims, everything, that's going to get you to $42.59. So depending on what you want to upgrade, you can get somewhere in the middle of there, or if you don't want to upgrade at all, you can get it for $28.90. So, okay, let's look at some photos. All right, enough boring reading. Take a look at some of these pictures that are coming out in their press releases. I mean, these are wild. They look awesome. It's got all the same aggression as the original, but it's black. It is so cool looking. The battery is going to be the same size, pretty much the same weight, like within 0.2 pounds. So you're really getting a great deal for this bike. And you know, the first I would say 5 or 10 customers, if you use my code, you'll get an additional discount on the bike. My discount code is $200. I think it's going to be $200 depending on how tight the margins are. So you can drop that $28.90 down to potentially $26.90, which is pretty great. Okay, the choice you're going to have between the batteries, that's going to be a big thing. So here's like a spec comparison on the battery. Now, we just talked briefly about it being 36 volts versus 52 volts, 8.4 amp hours versus 15 amp hours. But as you can see, the cells are a little different. The arrangement's a little different. Your max charge is obviously going to be different with a lower voltage, and your current's going to be different. So that's going to all translate to a slightly lower top speed, a slightly lower max wattage, and on the flip side, higher throttle range. And if you dial down your settings, you can almost double that. So what they're saying is, they're still testing, but they're saying around 20 miles max throttle range for the commuter 36 volt battery pack. And if you dial the settings down with a max of 1200 watts, you might be able to get close to 40, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if you want to ride 40 miles on a BMX bike with a regular seat. It might be a little uncomfortable, but you can certainly try. And I can tell you with my experience with the 52 volt battery, if you dial those settings down, you can almost double your range. So if I get 8 miles at full throttle, full max, everything, I could probably get 16 with the settings dialed down a lot, maybe 20 with the settings dialed down a lot. So you know, if you don't really care about your max speed and you just, you know, want to get moving around town, you can get that extension a little bit on the 52 volt battery as well. So that's the breakdown here for the battery. So let's see what the web page will look like when you go to buy this. This page is not yet live. However, Austin was awesome enough to give me a little sneak peek of it so that I could share it with you guys for this video. So as you can see here, we have the Shadow Chimera steel electric BMX for $28.90, 100 in stock. That is the pre-order. You can see here, we'll scroll through the pictures, which are, a lot of these are the ones I just showed you. Then here you choose your battery. So let's say the 36 volt. And here are your customizations. If you want any add-ons or upgrades, you select these at will, and they will increase your price at the end. And then right here, you would click pre-order, and it would take you to the cart. Right now, it won't work if you click that because it is not a live page yet. But as you can see here, this is the only 100 pre-order slots available, and there's a little bit of copy about what this bike is, which we went over in detail earlier. Here are your specs, another chart that looks like some of the stuff we looked at. Actually, it looks like all of the stuff we looked at. And then a disclaimer here about riding and risk, and then your battery stats right here. So a lot of this stuff is what we just covered. So you'll see all of that when you're going to make your purchase. And I gotta say, this is a pretty slick looking bike. I'm really, really excited to see this get out on the streets and see people buying these. I know a lot of people had some issues with the price point for the titanium version, but now that this is available in steel, I think it's going to change the game a lot. It's going to be a massive competitor in that space for people who just want the look of an old school BMX bike, and they want to keep the wallet, the cost under $3K. This is the way to do it. This is a great one. They've got a press release coming out basically tells you the rundown of everything that I just told you. There's a little bit here and there about how the Chimera is a hybrid. It's a motorcycle, basically throttle on demand, or it's pedal. If there's no pedal assist, you can certainly try to upgrade that on your own, but for right now, that's not something that Chimera is offering. Quick rundown of everything we just spoke about. 4130 chromoly steel frame fork handlebar, high drive powertrain, 3800 watts max peak on the motor. Again, it'll be dialed down to 3K if you get that other battery pack. Top speed of 35 miles an hour with the competitor pack. Total weight, 45 pounds. This is pretty shocking. Magura brakes, BAC 855 controller, thermally potted aluminum cased battery. Very safe, very rugged, durable. Those are only 10 pounds too, or a little less actually, 8.8 and 9.0 for the battery pack weight. And the pre-orders will begin in mid-February, and the pre-orders are going to be 100 bikes at this special price of $28.90. So if you want it, jump on it, use the promo code JohnnyPrime, and you'll get a little bit of a discount if you act quick. So I think only 5 or 10 of my discount codes will actually work for the 100 pre-orders. So you really got to jump on it if you want to do it. If you're in New York and you want to test ride, shoot me a message. If our schedules line up, I'm happy to let you spin it. You might have noticed I got a nice new shirt on here. It's the Electric Wednesday shirt. If you're around New York City and you're free on a Wednesday evening, come and find us. This week we're going to be at Clinton Hall. We'll see you there. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, and tell your fucking grandma.